Hopelessly crushed under 2 tons and a half of car, the senior surgeon closed his eyes for death. No man of his weight, he felt quite sure, could reasonably expect to survive many minutes longer the apoplectic, blood-red rage that pounded in his eardrums. Through his tight-closed eyelids, very, very slowly, a red glow seemed to permeate. He thought it was the fires of hell. Opening his eyes to meet his fate like a man, he found himself staring impudently close instead into the white linen nurse's furiously flushed face that lay cuddled on one plump cheek, staring impudently close at him.
Why, get out!"
gasped the senior surgeon. Very modestly the white linen nurse's face retreated a little further into its blushes.
"Yes, I know," she protested, "but I'm all through giggling now. I'm sorry. I'm—"
In sheer apprehensiveness, the senior surgeon's features crinkled wincingly from brow to chin, as though struggling vainly to retreat from the appalling proximity of the girl's face.
"Your eyelashes are too long," he complained querulously. "Eh?"
jerked the white linen nurse's face.
"Is it your brain that's hurt? Oh, sir, do you think it's your brain that's hurt?" "It's my stomach," snapped the senior surgeon. "I tell you I'm not hurt, I'm just squashed. I'm paralyzed. If I can't get this car off me—"
"Yes, that's just it," beamed the white linen nurse's face. "That's just what I crawled in here to find out, how to get the car off you. That's just what I want to find out. I could run for help, of course, only I couldn't run, 'cause my knees are so wobbly. It would take hours, and the car might start or burn up or something while I was gone. But you don't seem to be caught anywhere on the machinery," she added more brightly. "It only seems to be sitting on you. So if I could only get the car off you. But it's so heavy. I had no idea it would be so heavy. Could I take it apart, do you think? Is there any one place where I could begin at the beginning and take it all apart?"
"Take it apart? Oh, hell!" groaned the senior surgeon.
A little twitch of defiance flickered across the white linen nurse's face.
"All the same,"
she asserted stubbornly, "if some one would only tell me what to do, I know I could do it." Horridly, from some unlocatable quarter of the engine, an alarming little tremor quickened suddenly and was hushed again.
"Get out of here, quick!"
stormed the senior surgeon's ghastly face.
"I won't,"
said the white linen nurse's face,
"until you tell me what to do."
Brutally for an instant, the ingenuous blue eyes and the cynical gray eyes battled each other.
Can you do what you're told?"
faltered the senior surgeon. "Oh, yes," said the white linen nurse.
"I mean, can you do exactly what you're told?" gasped the senior surgeon. "Can you follow directions, I mean? Can you follow them explicitly, or are you one of those people who listens only to her own judgment?"
"Oh, but I haven't got any judgment," protested the white linen nurse. Palpably, in the senior surgeon's bloodshot eyes, the leisurely seeming diagnosis leapt to precipitous conclusions.
"Then get out of here, quick, for God's sake, and get to work!" he ordered.
Cautiously, the white linen nurse jerked herself back into freedom and crawled around and stared at the senior surgeon through the wheel spokes again. Like one worrying out some intricate mathematical problem, his mental strain was pulsing visibly through his closed eyelids. "Yes, sir?" prodded the white linen nurse.
"Keep still!"
snapped the senior surgeon. "I've got to think," he said. "I've got to work it out. All in a moment you've got to learn to run the car. All in a moment. It's awful." "Oh, I don't mind, sir," affirmed the white linen nurse serenely. Frenziedly, the senior surgeon rooted one cheek into the mud again.
"You don't mind?" he groaned. "You don't mind? Why, you've got to learn everything from the very beginning."
"Oh, that's all right, sir," crooned the white linen nurse. Ominously, from somewhere, a horrid sound creaked again. The senior surgeon did not stop to argue any further.
"Now come here," ordered the senior surgeon. I'm going to.
Startlingly, his voice weakened, trailed off into nothingness, and rallied suddenly with exaggerated brusqueness.
"Look here now. For heaven's sake, use your brains. I'm going to dictate to you, very slowly, one thing at a time, just what to do." Quite astonishingly, the white linen nurse sank down on her knees and began to grin at him. "Oh, no, sir," she said. "I couldn't do it that way, not one thing at a time. Oh, no, indeed, sir, no!" Absolute finality was in her voice, the inviolable stubbornness of the perfectly good-natured person. "You'll do it the way I tell you to!" roared the senior surgeon, struggling vainly to ease one shoulder or stretch one knee joint. "Oh, no, sir," beamed the white linen nurse. "Not one thing at a time. Oh, no, I couldn't do it that way. Oh, no, sir, I won't do it that way, one thing at a time," she persisted hurriedly. "Why, you might faint away, or something might happen, right in the middle of it, right between one direction and another, and I wouldn't know at all what to turn on or off next, and it might take off one of your legs, you know, or an arm. Oh, no, not one thing at a time."
"Good-bye, then," croaked the senior surgeon. "I'm as good as dead now." A single shudder went through him, a last futile effort to stretch himself. "Good-bye," said the white linen nurse. "Good-bye, sir. I'd heaps rather have you die perfectly whole like that, of your own accord, than have me run the risk of starting the car full tilt and chopping you up so, or dragging you off so, that you didn't find it convenient to tell me how to stop the car." "You're a spluttered the senior surgeon indistinguishably. Crinkle, crackle, went that mysterious, horrid sound from somewhere in the machinery. "Oh, my God!" surrendered the senior surgeon. "Do it your own damned way. Only—" His voice cracked raspingly. "Steady, steady there," said the white linen nurse. Except for a sudden odd pucker at the end of her nose, her expression was still perfectly serene. "Now, begin at the beginning," she begged. "Quick! Tell me everything, just the way I must do it. Quick! Quick! Quick!" Twice the senior surgeon's lips opened and shut with a vain effort to comply with her request. "But you can't do it," he began all over again. "It isn't possible. You haven't got the mind." "Maybe I haven't," said the white linen nurse, "but I've got the memory. Hurry!" "Creak," said the funny little something in the machinery. "Creak, drip, bubble." "Oh, get in there quick!" surrendered the senior surgeon. "Sit down behind the wheel!" he shouted after her flying footsteps. "Are you there? For God's sake, are you there? Do you see those two little levers where your right hand comes? For God's sake, don't you know what a lever is? Quick now, do just what I tell you!" A little jerkily, then, but very clearly, very concisely, the senior surgeon called out to the white linen nurse just how every lever, every pedal should be manipulated to start the car. Absolutely accurately, absolutely indelibly, the white linen nurse visualized each separate detail in her abnormally retentive mind. "But you can't possibly remember it," groaned the senior surgeon. "You can't possibly. And probably the damned car's bust and won't start anyway, and—" Abruptly, the speech ended in a guttural snarl of despair. "Don't be a blight!" screamed the white linen nurse. "I've never forgotten anything yet, sir." Very tensely she straightened up suddenly in her seat. Her expression was no longer even remotely pleasant. Along her sensitive, fluctuant nostrils the casual crinkle of distaste and suspicion had deepened suddenly into sheer, dilating terror. "Left foot, press down hard, left pedal," she began to sing-song to herself. "No, right foot, right foot!" corrected the little girl blunderingly from somewhere close in the grass. "Inside lever, pull way back," persisted the white linen nurse resolutely as she switched on the current. "No, outside lever, outside, outside!" contradicted the little girl. "Shut your darn mouth!" screeched the white linen nurse, her hand on the throttle as she tried the self-starter. Bruised as he was, wretched, desperately endangered, there, under the car, the senior surgeon could almost have grinned at the girl's terse, unconscious mimicry of his own most venomous tones. Then, with all the 48 lusty, ebullient years of his life snatched from his lips like an untasted cup, and one single noxious, death flavored second urged, forced, cramped